Assuming you haven't been doing it this entire time.
No, I just started.
Ah, fantastic. Hello, listeners. Welcome to a game of Curse of Strahd. Now, there's going to be a small preface to this. Curse of Strahd is one of the most famous gothic horror modules out there, and unfortunately, the crew we have today is very good at making things hilarious. So, Strahd may in turn be less intimidating than normal. Also, because I love playing funny vampires. You get good voices, it's what happens. So, players, if you would kindly introduce yourselves, that'd be very nice, yes.
Okay. Go down the list, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it, just do
I
it.
am Jenny Bennett. I am a detective. I'm very good at detecting.
This is a
Ah,
bugbear.
yes.
No, I'm kidding. That's not the voice I'm using.
Got worried for a second because I wasn't sure because I never am.
There's always that question mark with you.
But yes, I am playing Detective Jenny Bennett, consulting detective, rogue, human, prone to being microaggressioned by others.
Yes, we have Jenny from a wonderful small campaign called A Simple Quest.
Yes, this is Jenny Bennett.
I have a knife, and I will stab you again, Abomination, if you speak. I told you back in the dungeons with you.
Oh, I go back to Abomination.
Yes.
Yes. Oh.
Ah, that Abomination, a lovely addition to my collection. Don't ask what kind of collection it is. Next up!
Oh. Corgra, at half work, cleric. Really kind of irritated to be here. Don't know how the hell I got here. Sure, that's going to be explained by the DM in a minute.
Oh, then it will be explained in due time. No worry, Korgar. Just don't open the third door down from the left, yes.
Why?
You don't want to know. Don't worry about it. Next on the list.
Hey, here's lovely Paleheart. Dwarf, it's good to be meeting yous. He's a dwarven mage, I guess you could say, though my magic's not so good. I can slap a bitch, though. He's a bit old. Wouldn't let me keep my old regimental armor.
Excellent, excellent. And last but not least.
I'm Dax.
Just I'm Dax. Ah, yes. You may recognize a few of these names from various minor games and things we have run. See, this Curse of Strahd was done because I have a incredible enjoyment of gothic horror and comedy, and figured we weren't doing anything else. Why not?
Yes, we will not.
Abomination! I told you to go back to the office.
I will go to office and buy stapler.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Need to staple. With staplers. Ah.
So, for the sake of simplifying things, where four people from various different worlds have come together. For whatever reason, your characters find yourselves out on nice, lovely evening walks. Why? Nighttime is beautiful, and maybe it's summer, and it's not as muggy as all hell. Indiana is currently in a sprawling 90-degree heat with 110% humidity right now, so we are all sweating out our ass cracks. Didn't need to know that, but here we are. So let's say you're all out for a nice evening walk through the moonlight. And you all approach a forest individually in your own worlds, however you want to sling it. When a mist comes clawing its way out. Now, most of the time when you think clawing its way out, you think a corpse leaving its grave, a wolf charging towards you, and then the mist has grown arms and claws towards you. Before any of you can truly react, it grabs a hold and pulls you in.
Oh no!
Will?
Okay, I'll stop.
Look, I like Jenny. And I am about to throw you in a meat grinder.
I like Jenny.
Don't fight me spiteful as I toss you in the
I
grinder.
promise.
Goddamn.
Last one.
Okay. Oh, fuck, I forgot the monster manual. Where the fuck did I put it? God damn it. Motherfucker.
Oh dear. Whatever shall I do?
That's the
I
best thing
forgot
to
the
do,
monster
Jerry.
manual,
That's
but
just going to murderize you all.
lucky for you, I've memorized the Tarrasque stats completely.
Put it up. Like a good boy.
So, does a 72 hit you?
I mean,
So-
probably.
I don't know. Let me check.
Actually, no.
Believe it or not, it doesn't.
Okay. Found my monster manual.
Oh, you're rolling a mystic, I see.
Get that shit.
Nobody roll a mystic.
Ugh. Just the joke alone fucking hurts me.
Yes, it does. So the mist comes in and drags you in, and you have to admit, for usually an inanimate object, this is a very hungry sounding mist and fog that clings and tatters. And there's a tingling on the back of your head where your hair stands up. And then shadows start to appear out from the fog.
Ooh.
And the fog seems to recede away, and you find each other for the first time. None of you recognize the other people around you. In front of all four of you, however, there is a large metal gate with a large crumbling brick wall surrounding the town. Above the gate, you see in wrought iron, rusting away, Barovia. People like to roll perception check. Actually, no, I don't have to roll perception check. That's silly. Because off in the distance, atop a large hill overlooking the town, is a giant, towering, massive castle. And while you can't see much of anything besides the castle, someone inside the castle sees you. Looking down high above at the four strangers the mist has brought, sits a tall, gaunt man, almost handsome if it wasn't for his nearly pale, dead skin, and the fact that he looks like he belongs in a, dilapidated castle he's like. And he sits by a window pier looking in, looking down upon you. He pauses, and he frowns. And he looks into the empty room he's in, he's like, "Are the fucking witches smoking weed again? God damn it, they have to stop this." And he marches off from his window, and there's a clap of thunder, to which you hear a muttering chain of "Fuck off, thunder, I didn't summon you this time, god damn it, son of a bitch." And we cut back to you guys.
Okay, so we just got dumped next to each other with no
Yup.
context besides mist.
A weird mist has pulled you into what looks like a dark foresty biome. Pine trees seem to be on the edge of this giant field that this town of Barovia sits at.
Okay. Trying to figure out how Korger would react to this.
I know exactly what. See this dwarf slowly stand up, raising basically, we would think is an iron staff that looks a little more like a mace. And he's staring at you people for a moment, just anger. As,
Hey, who's the cunt stuffer who threw me out here?
This very tall tiefling with one broken horn just looks down at you, just first time.
Oh.
completely thrown off guard. He goes,
Aye? What you
You're
doing,
good.
lad?
This isn't the first time this has happened. Someone's probably out to kill me again. Won't be the last either.
Is he also out to kill us?
If they pulled you in, entirely likely.
I'd like to see the bitch try.
Jenny pulls out her crossbow, loads a bolt. Shame.
From the mist that slowly crawls way back into the forest, you hear, Jenny, where did you go? I know it is dark and humans cannot see in the dark.
Nobody tell him I'm here.
But the mists vanish before he can pop out.
Was that?
Girl will not be making an appearance tonight. However, he will still get one last microaggression in. Because damn it, I was looking forward to it.
Or you got Isekai'd away before it could happen.
Is that a friend of yours or what?
You know, that's a person who's not here for this adventure and isn't going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
I see.
You all look like the adventuring sort. There are times you just want to get away, right?
Aye.
Yeah.
Admittedly. Right now, for instance.
I mean, they're your friends, but you want to... You know.
It is the reason I was walking alone in the woods like an idiot.
Well, to be completely fair, usually I can handle that. This one was unusually determined. Usually they don't even bother coming after me at all. Well, soonest way we can figure this out is to deal with whatever sent us here and figure out a way to get home, wherever we're
From
all.
the edge of the mist, that is glowing at the sides of the valley, where the trees, a lone hand pulls up with a middle bird, just flinging in the air for a brief second at you, Dax, before lowering back down into the mist.
Yeah, so I was right. Good to know. Well, if I'm going to have to fight my way out of something, and I inevitably will, see, we should make introductions and say what all we can do. We're clearly supposed to stick together in all this. You can call me Dax. I am very good at hitting things and setting them on fire.
I'm Jenny Bennett. I'm good of a crossbow and good of a brain.
I's Lule Abels in our pale heart in you. East inferior common tongue. I's a bit of a mage, but to be honest, I miss me old plate armor.
Well, my name's Korgra. I'm also good at hitting things, but I'm good at healing things afterwards as well.
Good. Complementary skills. Might actually have a chance of making it out of this without one of us dying.
Excellent. So you have two paths. One, there's a small dirt road leading away from this city or village of Barovia. And it leads into the mists with the hands that looks hungry despite the fact it has no face. And then there's the town ahead of you.
I say we don't go into the Hungry Mist. All in favor?
Hey, sounds like a crapshoot.
Would rather go into town and see if anybody knows what the hell is going on around here.
Getting bearings would be wise, yes. Of course, the whole town could be out to kill us too, so no guarantees, but either way, let's just go. Get this over with.
No, I'm sorry. There's apparently something called the Piddlewick too. I can't wait for you to meet him.
Cat, what are you doing?
Being Cat. Okay.
You know you have legs that you can use to jump. You don't have to try to pull yourself up with your arms. Right? You know that's a thing that you can do?
She's training for her fight with Ivan Drago.
You're stupid. God, you're dumb. Brain dead cat. Okay. Got cat on lap. We can proceed.
Okay, cool. So you enter the town of Barovia on the gravel road. All of the tall houses in town are as dark as tombstones. Nestled among these solemn dwellings are a handful of closed-up shops. Even the taverns shut tight.
Shame.
Um, Roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Oh boy.
Whee! I'm not throwing you into combat yet.
There's what's
1d20.
perception is lovely. 1.
Fantastic.
I rolled an 11.
20
You make it.
plus 1. Oh, okay. 12.
Oh, no, okay, you make it. Cool. I thought you rolled a one, and I'm like,
No,
wow.
no, it's plus 1. Sorry.
It's
Alright.
just a check of 5. It's not hard. What you get, TT?
I'm trying. It's been a while since I've used this sheet.
You could
19.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So you all hear a soft whimpering, drawing your eye somehow, despite the fact you just literally walked in, to the middle of the road where there's a pair of children. The rest of the road is lifeless.
Move.
Yep. Move
Two
towards the
children out in the open and two
Cry.
children out in the middle of the
Yeah.
open at the dead of
Um,
night in a deserted ghost town. Oh, yes, no, this is 100% a genuine circumstance.
So,
The
do
little
we
boy,
shoot first or ask questions later?
He's
The
not.
little-
He ain't smart, but in the off chance it's what it seems, you gotta try.
the little 7-year-old boy, the 7-year-old boyish looking child seems to be whimpering and crying, and the 10-year-old girl seems to be trying to comfort him, trying to hush him. So you guys are approaching them?
Not in any
Lily.
particular hurry, but yes.
cautiously.
Lily is, yes.
Cool, excellent. You approach the kids, and the boy, seeing Dax, we're just gonna go seeing Dax, breaks out into tears. The girl shushes him a bit, calms him down, and she looks at you, and says, "There's a monster in our house." She then points to a tall brick row house that's seen better days. Its windows are dark, it has a gated portico on the ground floor, and the rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on the other side are abandoned, the windows and doors boarded up.
That's very unfortunate.
Our parents are stuck inside. Please, go help them.
How did you get out?
We snuck out from the 3rd floor.
Really? That's quite a ways away.
Hey, Will, do me a
What?
favor, bud. Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Because you are like already on the dot with this. Okay, motherfucker.
Okay, that would be 16.
Fantastic. So the 10-year-old face hardens. This looks like a child who's been through this before and is like, don't question it. It's a second glance that the others just barely miss. And she's like, our parents keep it trapped in the basement, but we couldn't get to our little brother, our baby brother.
How did you get down from the 3rd floor?
We snuck through the staircase down to the 1st floor and out the front door.
Oh, that totally checks out.
We couldn't see it, but we could hear its awful screaming howls.
Sorry, that was my cat.
Excuse us, this cat has to move her cat.
Okay, I am going to pull a paladin card here, and I'm going to proc divine sense. Am I getting anything?
What's
Did
divine sense do?
Let me read it out for you. But the basic gist of it, I will read the official text in a second, is just that I can sense within a certain range the energy of anything basically good or evil. Let me read out the exact thing of it. Here it is. I will copy paste it into the Discord.
Thank you.
Because reading's for nerds. That's what you are. Ha ha.
Joke's on you. I already knew that.
Ah, curses. You've got self-esteem.
Anyone else feeling like Will Smith in the gun range scene in Men in Black?
Goddamn kids and their fucking books.
11-year-old girl with a bunch of astrophysics books in the middle of an alley full of giant monsters. What you doing with those books? They are way too hard for her.
Yeah, getting those vibes. So yes, I can detect the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me, and I know the type. I can't get the identity of it, but
Cool. So you do this, and immediately your entire senses are filled with the fact that this land belongs to a vampire lord, and oof, there's just neutral evil vibing around. From the kids themselves, you don't get anything.
all right, he's just gonna step forward and goes, "We're in vampire country. Makes a lot of sense." Looks down at the two kids. You check out. But I've got my eye on you. Lead the way.
The older girl, the older child, goes, "I'm Rose. Didn't follow me," and she kind of leads her brother back towards the house, pushing open the little gated portcullis. I think that's the word it used. Portio, sorry. Cool. So you guys go forward towards the house, and the little boy starts wailing even more, clutching his strange stitched together doll. If there is an optional perception check, if anyone would like to do it, you don't have to, but
Well, that's just asking me to do it.
Exactly.
Natural 1.
you are entirely focused on these children who you believe are something
I am
else.
suspicious of these children, and my suspicions are only
Okay,
sometimes
Green Sun.
wrong.
I got a 23.
I got an 8. Dax is just very much just, this is business as usual. He doesn't care.
I'm lays focused on the small children who need help.
Yep.
Korgra's trying to take in all of her
Korgra.
surroundings.
You're trying to take in all of your surroundings. Fantastic. That's the best way to word it, because the mists are clawing in closer through town, and the closer you get to the house, the more they seep in, consuming everything into a white blanket.
She kind of nudges the dwarf who is closest to her and nods at the fog without saying anything, and takes a step closer to the house so he can notice that it's surrounding the town as we move forward.
All right. Now is on guard and trying to keep an eye out.
She similarly does this to the other two once she gets close enough.
Okay, cool. So
Of course it can't just be something simple. Why wouldn't it be?
So they get you to the portillo. They open the gate inside. They open the door to the house for you. And the little boy breaks down practically right there, screaming, "No, no, 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 no." And Rose, the sister, calms him down. It's like, "I'm sorry, but I don't think we can go in. I don't think he'll help lure the monsters towards you."
I'm not in the business of using children as bait, so I was going to suggest that anyway.
Who would use children as bait?
You'd be surprised.
Alrighty, and do you all enter the house?
Might as well.
Dax does.
Right.
No hesitation.
Following right along.
Yep.
Got it into his head, and he's lacking the plate armor.
Korgra
Alright,
takes
enough
one
to park.
last glance at the mist before she goes in.
I follow, reluctantly.
Jenny, as the last person into the foyer, you turn for a brief second to see the mist just slowly consume everything outside of the fenced-off yard,
Including the kids?
including the kids.
Okay.
All right, so you're now in the entrance. Fantastic. A wrought iron gate with hinges on one side and a lock on the other fills the archway of a storm portico, which you just went through. Oil lamps hang from the portico ceilings by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that are open to the grand foyer, which apparently is Area 1B. Oh, there's a map. I forgot this thing comes with maps. I'm so used to just bullshitting it.
You can just do that anyway.
Oh, fuck it. We're just gonna bullshit it.
It's more fun.
It's more fun, yeah. So on the south wall, there's the foyer, is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a stylized golden windmill in a red field, flanked by the framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats, long dead members of the Durst family, the kids' family, so of course. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass. It's a little spooky, not gonna lie.
Korgra takes in the dour portraits and goes
Ah.
draws a mustache in the dust covering them.
Throw in a
Do
couple
we
more
really
people with horns
wanna
in this state.
vandalize the haunted house? I feel that's asking for trouble.
We're already in trouble.
Oh no, trouble's just already here. We might as well just accept that and just muscle through it. Looking over one of the portraits, just add on a couple sets of horns, and this is basically where I grew up. It's almost nostalgic in a way, but it also makes me really want to commit arson.
Well, some possibly ghost children live here, so maybe we shouldn't.
I didn't detect anything undead off of them. I would have known.
Alright, we'll roll to slap GM.
Do it, motherfucker. No
No.
ball.
I already know your AC is bullshit.
My AC is bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't get to laugh like an evil villain often. It's fun.
It is
So you go through the entrance to the main hall. It's a wide hall runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood panels are actually ornately sculptured with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. Cool, we'll save that for later, for things around there. There's a little cloakroom to the right where you just came in, and there are doors to other rooms on this floor.
I'm not in the habit of going upstairs until I know that nothing is going to follow me up them.
Wise, yes, we should scour the lower floor, see what it said. Ideally, find a basement.
Didn't the little children say that they're monsters?
Yes, but are you really going to take everything they said at face value?
Aye, possibly.
Don't forget there's a baby upstairs in the third floor.
Alright, let's rescue this possibly ghost baby.
Even ghosts have feelings.
Cool, so do you just go into the first room? Do you go to the staircase? What's up?
I would think in Dax's case, he is at the very least just going to, tactically position himself next to the door frame, reach over and open it, and then peek in. Not actually stepping into any room until he gets a look and feel of each of them.
Okay, so the first room you open. This oak panel room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the rooms are 3 stuffed wolves.
Well, this does remind me of home. Disgusting.
2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth with an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. There's a chandelier hanging above the cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs.
Hmm.
Do these places look like actually lived in, or are they like supremely dusty and in disrepair?
No, they look like someone's actually been living here.
Well, no ghosts with ass prints in the seats. Ghosts can't do that.
They can if they're weird ghosts.
Oh,
Fair point.
if we're willing to wait 10 minutes, I can whip up Detect Magic.
Are we hearing any sounds or anything of anything moving around? We were told deliberately there was a monster in here.
It is oddly quiet.
This monster's sneaky.
As a heads up, the first floor has about 10-foot high ceilings.
Mm.
So, it's not like a very tall house. They're not very tall rooms.
And the worst thing that would happen is I have to duck when I walk under any chandeliers so that the horns don't get caught in them.
Yep. Do you guys go into the room further?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Don't see anything, like, immediately threatening. But that doesn't
Yep.
mean she's not going to be ready.
Alrighty. As you go into the room, 2 cabinets stand against the walls, one on the east wall and one on the west wall. And the same description as before. It looks like someone's lived here very recently.
Jenny, right?
Yes.
You seem the roguish type. You check and see if there's anything potentially unwelcome waiting around in here.
Yeah, sure. I'm high enough level to do that for sure.
We're all scrub lords. We'll have to make the best of it.
Yeah, we will. We really fucking will, won't we?
As a reminder for those who aren't listening, the Curse of Strahd can start as a level 1 campaign. I, a sadist, made them go to level 1.
And I will remember
okay,
this.
well, that perception check's pretty high at least, so 22.
It seems just like a room. The cabinets might have something. The east wall one has a lock on it. The north one doesn't. So what you gonna do, TT?
So what did my check see? I'm sorry? Blanked.
Dax was asking basically if
I see no traps.
Yep.
Yeah, there's...
So, as far as I can tell, we're safe to proceed. But I'm feeling a little bit shittier at everything than normal, so... But she shrugs.
I didn't want to say anything, but I also feel the same.
Hey, same.
This feels like bullshit, is what it feels like.
It feels like a podcast.
I'm sorry, I saw Scatha's comment about me cackling evilly, and I had to, continue the atmosphere.
So there's cabinets in the room.
There is one on the east wall that has a lock, and there's one on the west wall that does not.
Okay, well, I'll go to the west wall one first.
check them, but don't take anything unless it's integral to our own survival. People live here.
Well, I'm not in the habit of stealing things. I just want to make sure that there's nothing in here.
Good to know. Just making sure. I've only known all of you for like half an hour.
Fair.
Nice, fair.
So you go to the north cabinet. Apparently I change directions when I read things, but okay. The north cabinet is unlocked, and it holds a small box containing a deck of playing cards and an assortment of wine glasses.
Looks like it was a fun room of some sort. She doesn't take anything, she just kind of glances at it and makes a note of that's what's in there, and then she shuts it.
There ain't enough kegs in here to be a fun.
Humans
Is humans, right?
can't hold liquor for shit.
There is the other cabinet. Wink, wink, wonk, wonk.
I don't have any way to open the cabinet besides smashing it, so somebody else can look at that one.
Yes, I'd really rather not break anything I don't have to. Looks over at the rogue.
Now you're not being microaggression for your race, you're being microaggression for your class.
Do you want me to do a sleight of hand?
You should have thieves' tools as part of your starting kit.
And I
Yeah,
need
I've
to...
never been clear what the fuck you do with tools in 5th edition.
Okay, so since you have these tools, you can make the roll. I need you to do a dex check to use the tools.
It's dexterity and proficiency, so your dex plus 2.
Basically, just tools allow you to have a skill
Cool.
check.
9. 9 is what we got for that.
The lock doesn't budge.
Yay!
You want to try again?
Sure. Natural 1!
Jesus.
You get a third try, Will. Come on.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Natural 1! Jesus Christ!
My boy! Use green sun.
What's green sun? What the hell are you talking about?
The
The
dice
dice
roller.
roller in the room.
Oh.
You go to Theater of the Mind, dice rolls, type in exclamation point R1D20 plus 2.
Hey, you don't need the R. Just
I've played in this board before.
Yeah,
Don't
you just
give
type
me on
in,
me. I have a day of work.
it's fine, exclamation point, and then...
Where the fuck is this? Okay, so dice rolls.
Yep, right below our little faces and icons.
And you can see how we're rolling it. You do the exclamation point, and then 1D, and then whatever dice you're rolling, plus your proficiency, whatever.
Green Sun clearly already likes you a lot more than whatever dice roller you're using right now. That's still better than 2 nat ones in a row.
This is fair.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, okay, you know what? You've done 4 different things.
Alright, friends, I have come to the conclusion this lock is impossible. So I take my crossbow and I just shoot the fuck.
As you take your crossbow to shoot it, the lock falls off.
I think
Wow.
I felt sorry for you.
That's exactly what just happened. I feel a little sorry myself.
Inside
You know
the
what?
lock
A victory
cabinet,
by pity is still a victory.
It's
inside
true.
the cabinet holds a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand crossbow, and 20 bolts each for each weapon.
I'll take the heavy one.
Pop the gun safe.
We'll just have to apologize to the daddy that we broke into his gun closet.
I guess I'll take the hand crossbow because it's the only one I'm proficient in. God damn, Jenny.
What did I do?
No, the rolls.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Being mean to you tonight, holy crap.
Wow.
It knows I belong in T20.
Knows I belong in D20. No, Green Sun just sometimes punishes you for not using him first.
In general, he's been pretty on the up and up.
Alright,
Green Sun is a good boy.
and with that, that's the room. So if you wish to leave, you can. Otherwise, the 3 dead stuffed wolves are going to look at you with their lifeless eyes.
I'm half tempted just to knock their heads off to be sure.
Dax is just going to stand still for a moment. I'm going to roll something for him real quick myself, just to make a judgment call. Okay. As soon as they leave, Dax turns around, turns one of the wolves to where it's smelling the butt of the other wolf.
Can I perception that to see if I see him do that?
Sure. And by the way, they do in fact look like the terrifying image that Will has wonderfully posted.
I fucking love
Oh.
that goddamn wolf.
And
Derp
this is the second where we had Scatha edit the image in just so our viewers can see.
Oh, they're seeing it.
Maybe.
I'm looking at it on the Discord. Derp wolf.
Oh, Derp Wolf. It's Derp Wolf. There's 3 Derp Wolves. One's now sniffing the butt of the other.
I rolled at 14, by the way.
Well, I'm not trying to hide it so you'd see it, just by the fact that you turn around and see him just do that. Just walking out and just tiny, tiny little snort.
Alright.
She laughs. She giggles under her breath, like she's starting to see the characters of her companions, and she likes you.
Yes. So there are 2 more doors in this level. And then there's the staircase. Which ones do you go take a look in? Or do you just go up the stairs?
We have not
wait.
heard like a single sound at all, no baby cries or anything.
It has been quiet. There was a fire going in the fireplace, but the sounds of where there should be other people have been empty.
There's clearly something we don't know here. I'm open to whatever call you want to make, but I'd like to keep checking around.
I want to make sure that there's at least nothing that can trap upstairs down here.
We need
Yeah.
to find this possibly ghost baby before we burn the house down, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
To salt the entire place before we burn it down, or they get away.
Alright, just go and check the next closest door. Same thing, not opening it and walking right in, but kind of just opening it from the side and peeking in.
Is the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Anything in there? Worrying in the kitchen?
The kitchen is tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table has a cutting board and rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door leading to what appears to be a pantry.
I didn't bring any food with me. I doubt we're going to save their lives from a monster. I don't think they'll mind if we help ourselves a tiny bit.
If there's any lives to save.
Yeah, it's too quiet for me to really get my hopes up. That's
Yeah.
clearly
Cool of looking the other way on that one.
Cool, so you step into the kitchen. Do you go to the pantry?
not immediately, but yes.
Cool. You step in and you look around, and in the southwest corner of the kitchen, there is a dumbwaiter. And then there is...
I could make a joke.
You could.
Why is he standing there in the corner?
Now, there's a thing I could do with small characters, but the truth is, y'all are big boys this time around, so that ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarves are smaller, but they are also very wide.
Yes.
Plus, Raven's not back yet.
We could,
Yes, that's why. So do you go to the pantry?
we could fold
Eventually.
Jenny up. Jenny's not that big.
Up at taking a ride in a claustrophobic dumbwaiter.
Yeah, sure, what the hell.
I was kidding. Corker wouldn't let you go in there. You might get
Jeez.
hurt.
He's already crawling in.
Jenny, you get about roughly halfway. And then you realize this is built for somebody who's maybe like 5 or 7. And now you're starting to understand how the kids may have gotten out of the house.
Never understood why they call them dumbwaiters. They could go to college just like anyone else.
Okay, so if the kids were telling the truth, Jenny says, so she's crawling out of the dumbwaiter. This is probably how they got through. Not sure why they didn't just say that when we asked, but yeah.
Well, they are children. And not flesh-eating ghouls or ghosts or undead or fiends or of any kind.
I'm sure. They did say that they use the stairs, though.
Yes, they did say they took the stairs, didn't they? Yes, this is all kinds of weird. And just for that, I'm going to see what they've got and see if they've got any jerky.
You go to the pantry, and you open it up, revealing an actually rather well-stocked pantry.
Nice.
I'll take some rations.
Welcome back. Jenny tried to jump into a dumbwaiter before she realized she's too thick. She's that gothic, if you know what I mean.
It's like Kifa all over again.
Like Jenny now.
It's like what happened with Kifa all over again.
Jesus.
And Dax has opened up the pantry dramatically to find it's a rather well-stocked pantry.
Cool. So, rations?
Sure. Do you eat the jerky you take, Dax?
He takes a bite out of one piece of it. Yes, make sure it's not spoiled.
It is the most bland piece of jerky you've ever had. It's not spoiled, but it's so fucking bland.
There's not a scrap salt on this, and I don't even know how that's possible. That's like part of the requirement for making this. How? Well, I don't recommend the jerky. Focus on the carbs.
Take the jerky anyway. Anything's better than starving to death.
Oh, yeah. And slowly just takes a big honking bite of it and crunches it, seeming to not react. Hey, it's focusing on the smoking instead of the salt.
No, there's not even a strong smoky scent taste to it. It's just bland.
Oh,
The only thing your brain does think of it is bland.
okay.
It just tastes like you're eating meat-flavored water.
It tastes like you're eating depression.
Ooh.
Oh, ew.
My
Yes.
favorite.
It's probably made by the sun. Then you don't see that too often. You sometimes get it.
Peruvian tradition, very bland jerky, yes. Totally not a haunted house, yes. Okay, carry on. There's nothing else really in the kitchen.
Speaking of, how many rations do we get?
You get 2 of the blandest rations you've ever had apiece.
Fine.
Good.
Hey, bland rations.
Those will last me 2 days apiece. I'm not in any hurry to eat those.
I just say, Dwarf was in the army. This is just standard hardtack and shit.
Yeah, it's like hardtack quality, despite the fact it's meat that should be smoked and salted. That looks like it's smoked and salted, but doesn't.
Jax just holds one of them up over the broken horn that's constantly emitting little sparks and just kind of sizzles it a little bit.
It tastes a little less bland.
That help any?
Well, more than it should have.
It's
That's
a bit odd.
both nice and depressing.
Yep.
How the hell do you fuck up beef jerky?
It's not hard to do. You literally just have to leave it alone with some salt on it.
It's actually not. It's not just that hard to fuck it up. I've eaten some damn near rancid stuff.
Life on the road will do that. You have to eat what you can catch.
It's more like life in the army.
And that too.
Well, at least we aren't gonna starve to death immediately, I suppose.
Yeah, better that. All right, let's check out that last room.
Alrighty, you step out into the hallway. Does anyone want to do anything in the hallway before they go to the last room? Look at the wood carvings, investigate the fireplace.
I will investigate the fireplace.
It's a very nice fireplace.
Is the fire is still going, right?
Yes, there is an active fire. It's not
Can
terribly bright, but yes, there is a fire.
can I tell how long it's been going without anybody tending it?
It's about halfway through the life of the wood. So, it's about the time when you're supposed to add in more wood. But no one has.
14
So
perception.
That's
14
19.
perception.
It's
Oh,
19
nice
actually.
perception.
Yeah. The blue number is your total.
sound like
fantastic, Jenny. So you're a detective, yes? You know every good secret villain has a secret door panel, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at these wonderful carvings, because of course there's something in these wonderful wood panel walls, right? With the vines, flowers, nymphs, satyrs, and is that a snake? And then you see the snakes and the skulls.
Are there living snakes and skulls?
No.
That's just a
But you
cool
watch.
carving.
It's just a cool carving where it's got secret snakes and skulls amongst the happy tree folk, and they're starting to wind their way upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But no secret doors. You know, the worst part about this part with that thing is that they have these like, oh, there's secret messages in the walls, and I'm like, bruh, I would just be like, that's just cool art, and completely ignore the message. But I'm the GM and the narrator. So carrying on, you go to the last room. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Once again, cautiously open and peek in.
It is a dining room. The centerpiece of this wood panel dining room is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished into a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany framed painting of an alpine vale. The wood paneling in this room is carved with elegant images of deer among trees. Red silk drapes over the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall.
Does the wolf look familiar? Did they paint the wolf with the taxidermy face?
A little bit. A little bit.
Ah, they've got an ego, at least. It's good to know.
Or it's just the native wolf population.
Ah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. This could be a place full of all kinds of broken wolves. Well, nothing of value in here immediately standing out.
Excellent. Hey, does Jenny look at the panels here too, or does she just like, nah?
Well, Jenny can look at the panels. Jenny can look at the panels all day.
You know I'm going to ask you. Just roll. There you go. Roll that perception check.
Look at the panels
Yeah.
all night.
I mean, this is kind of a gothic-y looking house that fits her aesthetic.
Oh, you got a 24 on that one.
Damn.
Nice, Will.
See, Green Sun likes you better than whatever dice roller you were using.
Jenny is perceptive today.
Yes.
She is now.
Shit at opening traps, but fucking perceptive.
So yes, that's your detective training for you. And your detective eye catches the twisted faces carved in the barks of the trees, and the wolves you didn't see at first glance lurking among them. And unlike Mr. Goofy Face over there on the fucking tapestry, these look monstrous, almost feral, rabid, nearly.
Werewolves. Everybody. Werewolves.
Least surprising thing I've heard today.
It seems like that territory.
Fits the mood.
Well, I guess at least they're not ghosts.
Yeah.
If they were ghosts, we might actually be a little bit in trouble. Because, TT, I did look up the werewolf stats, and they are shit.
Yay! That hasn't changed.
The normal werewolf haven't, yeah. Let me look this up. I have it right here. Because eventually you're going to fight things, and I need to be... You're in Lycanthrope. I forgot.
Like, I mean, they're shit when you're not level 1, but everything's not shit when you're level 1, so...
Yeah. Basic bitch wolves can roll a party.
A level one
mostly-
party fighting a pack of wolves is a TPK.
Yeah.
Yep.
Run away, run away. They're just fucking wolves, dumbass.
You just hear that DJ air horn sound. Back tactics.
I mean, to be fair, a werewolf is still a CR3 challenge.
Yeah,
It's
it
a lower
is.
tier challenge, but it's still,
Still,
you know.
yeah.
Right now, you'd be dead.
Well, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. Cool. So you go back into the hallway, and the stairway almost seems to loom at you ominously. Do I do a stupid meme thing? That's a dumb question, of course.
I warned you about the chairs. I told you, dog.
Hey everybody, roll me an intelligence. No. Constitution check.
Constitution.
Oh,
Just-
you almost made that good for me.
Just straight up Constitution check. Not,
Yeah. I want to see if anyone gets below a 5 for stupid
Plus.
meme things.
Oh boy. Alright, here we go.
Thank you, Dwarfness.
20.
Fucking wizard rolled an 18.
Wizard rolled an 18. Rogue rolled a 16.
Here we go.
Come on,
It is
that
all-
one paladin.
It is almost only in that one would allow me to do that.
Hey,
You
9.
got close.
I did.
Not
Oh,
close
wow.
enough for the meme thing though, so don't worry about it. Totally.
Still funny. Fucking paladin rolls the lowest.
All right, so everyone else just sees a normal set of stairs. Paladin boy,
Yes.
you detect a faint scent of metallic blood, just for a brief second before it vanishes.
Smelled blood just now. Caution.
Had you all rolled below a 5, I would have done a shining moment and just bled down the staircase. That's not really there. Because fuck yeah, terrorizing my players. Alright, so you go up the stairs. And you go to the upper hall. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of the Durst family. Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, the mother and father of the child, with their 2 smiling children, Rose and Thorn. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn. Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm the shape of a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. We're going to worry about that one later. If someone looks in tighter, at the end of the hall. Oh no! The staircase continues up from where you are. A cold draft can be felt coming down the steps, though.
We can actually see their names below the portrait.
You'd have to get closer, but yeah.
Okay. I don't think I'll actually do it, but is the armor wearable?
You would have to get the armor refitted for a dwarf.
I figured. I don't think I'd steal from a haunted house, but I had to ask.
This armor you potentially could wear, yes.
Alright. Does it look like it's super old and worn out?
No, it just looks like somebody didn't turn on the lights upstairs.
Okay.
There's a couple of doors, once again.
I'm gonna check out the portrait real quick.
Same-o.
The same description of before. When you get a little closer, you can see the scorned look, the slight scorn the woman is giving. And it gives the portrait, gives on a little plaque, the wonderful Durst family. Gustav, Elizabeth, and their children, Rose, Thorn, and there's a blank spot for where someone was going to carve a name that hasn't been carved yet.
Oh, that tells a story.
I take out a knife and carve the word Clerbo.
I thought we weren't vandalizing the haunted house.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
I mean, if they aren't going to name the kid, you believe if the kid is I've got a theory now, and I don't like it. But if so, giving a child a name actually can usually prove pretty beneficial in these kinds of circumstances.
Also, Clerbo is a good gender-neutral name.
It's true.
It is pretty good.
Also, I'm already beginning to feel like intensely bad, cringy deja vu. These are parents who, honest to God, thought that they were doing their children a favor, naming them Rose and Thorn.
Ugh.
Actually, it doesn't say Rose and Thorn. It would have their full names. I forgot they have full names. Rosevalda and Thornbolt.
It's even worse.
That's incredibly worse. Like, this is disgusting. This is a crime.
I bet it was her. Look at her, glaring at her baby. Is this painted? Is this a painted portrait, Gray?
This is a painted portrait, yes.
Look at her. She must have been staring at that kid for hours like that. What a bitch.
The portrait, she would have the.
Hard
She
to
had-
name her child Clorbo.
Okay, Jenny, you carved the name Clorbo into the fucking wall. Into the portrait. And you feel a chill run down your spine. One that tells you one thing. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that.
Too bad. That kid's name is Clorbo now. They're gonna have to deal with it.
Okay, so there's a couple of more rooms on this floor. We can't do that one, but that one's on this floor.
Now let's just resume checking.
Same deal as downstairs.
Yep. I'm beginning to feel less and less bad about potentially appropriating anything useful.
I'm going.
I
to
already
go
don't
ahead
like
and
these parents.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they're not going to care much either.
No.
We need to find the kid, get out of the house, burn house to the ground. I think we got a solid plan of action. We just need to find this baby.
You're really in
Assuming-
for burning houses to the ground, aren't you?
I'm learning a lot about you.
Listen, haunted houses, evil spirits. Evil spirits don't like fire. Use fire, burn down a house, everything is solved. Salt the earth, move on.
I'm beginning to wonder if the baby is the monster, or maybe it's the mother, one or the other. We're going to find out. Either way, this is going to turn into an after-school special where the real monster was someone else all along.
Oh, you'll find out.
First room. Huh.
Clorbo!
So you go into the first room, and you kick open the door with a thum. And it seems to be a servant's room. It's undecorated bedroom with a pair of beds with straw-stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each bed is a footlocker. Tidy servants' uniforms hang from hooks in the adjoining closet.
Tiny?
Tidy.
Tiny. Okay, tiny.
Tidy.
Had to make sure. And,
Yes, tiny little ones the size of thimbles. No.
So, like, oh no. And then, how is it obvious that there is a massive disparity of wealth between the main chambers and the hall?
Incredibly.
We're burning this place down. And we're going to help these people find better jobs. All right, next room.
1, 2, that's upstairs. Fantastic. As you walk out, you notice the staircase, now that you're no longer in it, leads up to a balcony upstairs. But you're not going there, you're going to the library.
Go
Red
to get
velvet
book,
drapes.
Check it in, check it out.
Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are 2 overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves.
Every room we go in pisses me off just slightly more.
I'm sorry, Drax. Are you having some old memories rebubble to the surface?
This is giving him way too many family reunion vibes.
What? Is your family full of pretentious dickbags too?
I was one of them once, if you could believe it.
I
Think we get it. You like mahogany. It makes you look dignified. God, makes me want to puke.
It is a very reliable material, though.
That was most hardwood.
just imagine an entire room of people with the same voice as Dax, but with slight alterations.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, so there is the desk, the bookshelves. Feel free to explore and look around.
I'll go check the desk.
All right. The desk, on top of the desk, there are several items: an oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinderbox, an electric kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing the Durst family insignia, a windmill. Do you open any of the drawers in the desk, or nah?
Yeah, I open the drawers. I'm rifling through their shit at this point. I don't care.
Fucks went out the window. Fantastic. The drawers are empty, except for the center drawer beneath where the legs would go, where someone would sit. In it is a single iron key.
Yeah, I picked that shit up.
Fantastic. Jenny, you like books, right?
Yes.
You gonna go look at the bookshelf?
Okay.
Before she does, Korgra is going to actually grab the tinderbox and give it to Jenny and go, here, for your future burning tendencies.
She smiles and nods.
Just remember to hold it close and hold it tenderly.
Don't you mean tenderly?
That's what I said.
I'm sorry. I don't get to pun that often.
I'll let you have the next one.
Seem like a person who would love to just crack out puns all day. Why don't you get to do them often?
The microaggressions, aggressions.
Well, I have a very good party of adventurers, but
Not the brightest bulbs?
you kind of have to rein them in.
Oh, wow.
So
You
I
have to be...
I have to be at my smartest.
You have to be responsible? That's gross.
And one time, we were exploring this room with a big dragon skeleton, and one of them just starts licking it.
It's what?
It's the thing that everyone does.
Who
That's
the hell
dumb.
does that?
That's very, very dumb.
Just put old fucking bones in your mouth. What the hell?
I mean, I wouldn't say this out loud, but I love them like brothers. But just sometimes it's a little stressful.
Is he the one of them all these big, strong ties into smart?
Yeah, don't worry.
Will,
Pretty sure
don't
we'll
make it-
have plenty of time to pun around us.
What, Gray? What?
Don't make me bring her all into this.
He can't. He's not allowed.
It's been barred
I'm the
from
GM now.
Try me, motherfucker.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
There would laugh if an Owlman shows, and all of a sudden Jenny just shoots him in the forehead with no exclamation. Oh no, this horrible thing.
Oh no. This horrifying creature of the night just attacked us. I had to defend myself.
Poor victim of the vampire had to put him down.
It's some sort of child-eating owl man. It was self-defense.
He was gonna microaggression me anyway.
Okay. Briefing on Simple Quest. The bookshelf. There are a variety of books, ranging on topics of history, warfare, alchemy. There are also several shelves containing first edition collected works of poetry and fiction. This is a very luxurious library.
If the family's dead, we're taking the ones of these that look the most expensive.
It's really not get in the habit of buying small books.
I should be more against that idea, but at this point in time, I don't particularly care.
Hey, Jenny.
Yeah?
What? You love mysteries, yes?
Maybe?
I would assume so. You are a detective.
Sure.
That's weird that there's a red book over there with no title.
You know, that is weird. I'm gonna have to go over and pick up that book.
Ah, fantastic. Because we spent too much time riffing on our own game, I'm speeding things up just a wee little bit. Oh, there actually was a DC for that. Fuck it.
For a
You
whole...
grab?
Okay.
No, don't. Roll a perception check. Fuck it, Will. You're a rogue. You're good at seeing things.
Yeah, I feel like with each perception check, I'm getting, increasingly likely of fucking one up. Alright, 18.
Cool, you see the book, and you grab it. And, so you... And the... Okay, so... Part of the bookshelf suddenly pops open and swings like it's on springs into a dark room.
Oh, and of course, they have a hidden compartment. If I find out they're keeping the help in there, so help me.
Well, who wants to explore this creepy hidden compartment? Maybe that's where they're keeping the baby. Oh god, what if that is where they're keeping the baby? What if there's a fire? Baby would be fucked.
Alrighty. So you open the secret room, and there are tomes packing the bookshelves here. Hey, Dax, you speak, Infernal, right? Right.
I sure do speak Infernal.
Can you read Infernal?
I mean, I would assume so.
Yeah, you recognize most of the books in this room have Infernal written on their spines.
Oh, good. Is this home? Am I being punked?
Is this
Mom,
home?
Mom,
This is where
Dad, is
you
that you?
stay forever.
You can't be here. I killed you.
A heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet stands against the south wall, its lid half closed. Sticking out of the chest is a skeleton in leather armor.
Killed
He
your
seems to be-
mom and dad?
He seems to be clutching something, but he also is, leaning in the chest. So there's the books to look at, and there's the dude in the chest.
Great.
Go for the dude
Yes.
in the chest.
Devil worshippers, my favorite. Alright, let's see what sort of shit they were getting into. Just pulls out an Infernal book, the one that looks the most Necronomicon-y, and just starts looking through it.
Fantastic. Dax, you look through that book. At first, it seemed... I'm going to not make you roll the intelligence check, because your character would actually have some background knowledge in this. It
true.
seems like it's describing fiend-summoning rituals and necromantic rituals of a cult called the Priests of Abyssus. But this is all deja vu, and you realize these are fake as fuck, boy.
So these are all counterfeit? These aren't actually real summoning rituals?
It looks like somebody was just an idiot.
Like,
Instead of
somebody sold them books that were fake, or
No,
they made them themselves?
somebody made them themselves thinking it would summon demons, and well,
just pinches the bridge of his nose and breathes in incredibly hard. And you can just see a faint little bit of intensity building from the sparks coming out of the broken horn. Oh my god.
It's fucking posers!
Oh, it just gets worse.
What's in the book?
Someone thought they were being super special and super smart and thought they'd write their own demon summoning rituals. Can't be that hard to do, right? It's not like it's something where things could potentially go wrong, right?
Oh my God.
God.
What a fucking dipshit.
It's a
I'm
can of worms.
already going to hazard a guess that all the rest of the books are in the same vein, because this is the most, hi, I summon demons if you open me, check a look inside of the lot.
Alright. But Korga goes to the skeleton. Inside the skeleton, you pull out the skeleton from the chest.
Yeah, I flip open the chest and I kind of
Okay.
move the skeleton out of it.
So you see why this, as you tell, is actually an adventurer, died. Because there's 3 poisoned arrows sticking out of his chest. And then as you lift the chest lid, there's a clicking noise as nothing happens.
Good job, you little dumbass.
Deboobied that trap.
He was in fact a human, no surprise. In his hand, in his left hand, there's a letter bearing a seal on it.
I'm gonna grab that.
So, like,
Cool.
a pinniped or...
No, like a stamp seal when you close
Ah.
a letter. Old-fashioned times, remember. Do you open the letter?
I'm gonna show it to Dax first to see if there's maybe something actually demonic about it first.
Hit me. Alright, right, I can just do that again. I will also proc Divine Sense once more.
Oh,
since
there's a faint hint of undeath around it.
it's like undeath and not infernal energy.
Yes.
It's like, huh. Not what I expected in a room full of how to summon demons for dummies. This isn't fiend energy, it's undead.
It seems a bit mixed up.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Sort of a lateral move, though.
You fuck up summoning an undead and you just die, or you fuck up summoning a demon and you just die. But there's still magic around. Pretty easy to get undead from that.
Yeah. It's fascinating. I'm beginning to just see such a clear picture being painted.
Do you read the letter?
Might as well. Yep.
Alright, you open the letter, and this picture suddenly paints itself terrifyingly so. You can feel almost the presence of somebody watching you reading this letter, almost narrating into your ear. My most pathetic servant, I am not the Messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms, right? You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired son. Cursed by darkness, of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
Is his name Strahd von son of a bitch?
Strahd von Zarovich.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. He's son of a bitch now.
Hey Dax, is this reminding you of your old home times living with your family?
No vampire drama, but pretty close.
Good. Korga, in the chest, there is some loot.
Okay.
Corgan, chest with Dino.
The chest contains 3 blank books with black leather covers, 3 spell scrolls, and as you dig a little deeper, the deed to the house, the deed to a windmill, and a signed will.
I'm gonna open the will.
The will is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst and bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all their family properties to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' deaths.
They look to have some sort of windmill property as well. That doesn't sound like a fun time. Trying to summon demons at a windmill?
Oh, you think?
That's how you get doubles of yourself.
The windmill referred to in the second deed is situated in the mountains east of Valaki. It says this in the document.
Okay. Looks like it's east of here.
Alrighty. Hey, did any of you hold open the secret door?
No.
Didn't hold it open, no.
It closed behind you. You can open it. There's a handle, of course. There aren't idiots. Closed in it.
Well, let's just open it up and be ready. We know a little bit more about what's going on. I think that was the most vampire-ass name I have ever heard in my life. And judging, I'm wondering if it's that weird old, probably senile guy that we heard outside.
Just from the top of the castle at the top of his slugs, Strahd just like, who gave the witches more fucking bloods? Help again.
Oh yes, running an economy. More pain in the ass than it's worth.
Anywho, you leave there, you leave the secret room, back into the library, and back into the hallway. There is one more door in here. And then there's a staircase upstairs to the cold, drafted third floor, where the baby's supposed to be, who may or may not be stillborn.
Might as well be thorough.
Oh, do they have a vampire baby? Oh, gee. Oh,
God.
vampire baby.
You should go clear out his name and write a note for Watu.
No. Whatever that made-up bullshit I gave him as a name before was, it stands.
Clerbo.
Clerbo.
Clerbo the vampire.
I can't wait to find out what Clerbo in real life actually is. We can just put a picture of Clerbo every time. Or a poorly photoshopped picture of a vampire baby.
I'm just gonna write Clerbo in there so we remember it for later, because that's not going away.
Not at least till later.
So
Clerbo.
we might as well check all the everything. There's only one
Fantastic.
more door here.
So you go into this other room and you find it to be a conservatory. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the main mantelpiece.
Good lord. Hey, come look in here, Dax. Look at all this fancy bullshit.
Do I want to?
Probably
I don't know
not.
if I do. Yay. just slowly paces in, eyes half shut, just, oh good, hit me, just fuck me up.
Oh, he wants me to fuck you up. You see the alabaster porcelain figures, yes? And from
I am having a hard time not seeing them.
yes, close inspection reveals that several of them aren't, people's faces, but skeletons.
Oh good. What a terrible family. Why do those children even want to live here?
Well, he ain't got nowhere else to go.
There were so many other homes in this town. They were just all boarded up for the night, which makes me wonder if they're the reason why. Does this place... I can't help but wonder if this place even has daylight.
Oh, you will find out. Do not worry, friend.
Yay. Alright, so I'm just gonna slowly look around. At this point, just almost just eager to get done with it more than anything else.
Cool. Nothing else really catches your eye.
1 second. I'm just gonna roll something real quick. Don't mind me. I'm just rolling it for
No.
myself.
No, what are you rolling? It's an 11.
Okay.
Are you stealing?
She goes up to one of the statues and, like, snaps off part of its prominent anatomy.
Okay, when you mean prominent anatomy, are we talking like
Whatever is sticking out the most.
an arm? Okay. I wasn't sure if we were being dirty here or not.
I could have been dirty if there were dirty statues.
They're not dirty.
Snap the dongle.
Snap the dongle.
Remove
It
the
won't
magical
save you
body.
in your next. It won't save you in the next room.
You kidding? You know how many people you could grift with one of those? Get yourself a stone dongle and say it causes virility because it's a statue of a saint. You will make millions.
I'm uncomfortable with the word dongle.
All right, moving on. You leave the room and go to the staircase. It's cold draft, seeming bone piercing now. And you make your way up to the balcony. Unlike the other two floors you've been on, this one's dusty as all hell. Like a thick coat of dust.
Good.
There's a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall, draped in cobwebs. Oil lamps are mounted on the oak paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny critters. There's probably a secret creepy thing to it, let's be honest. It's Strahd.
Yay.
Okay.
The rest of the place looked lived in, but the place where the baby is supposed to be is absolutely covered in dust. This is going to go fantastically.
Maybe the baby was a vampire and someone already staked him.
Maybe we could start anyone willing to start a bet on that? Baby is the monster or parents are the monster?
Well, the parents are already the monster, let's be honest here.
That's fair, but I mean like the kind that they'd actually pay a guild to take care of, not the kind you call child services for.
Hey, Pally, weren't you looking for plate armor?
Yes, sir.
And there's some black plate armor, isn't there? Just standing
Yeah, but
there.
this is a fucking setup. Look. He's eyeing it, but he's not running to goddamn idiot.
Divine sense.
It's not. Let me look.
You could do the 10-minute ritual of detect magic, see if it's cursed.
Yeah, I know. I offered that before we went into the house, but we all charged ahead.
I am also capable of telling if something is consecrated or desecrated. So I can just sense bad juju in general.
This entire land.
It's got a little bit of. This entire floor feels like bad juju.
That's about exactly what I expected. Yay.
Does anyone get close to the armor?
Nope.
No.
Korgra's
Five-
eyeing it, but she's not gonna get any closer. She's
Within
like,
5 feet of it. How about that?
Okay.
I I'll take the lead if anyone wants to, but personally, I would rather us figure out what else is up here before we potentially get attacked by an animate suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. As you say, animate suit of armor. The armor picks itself up. Guess what? Roll for initiative, motherfuckers.
Oh,
Uh,
God. Damn it, Dex.
It would have done that whether I said it or not. It's not my fault.
Probably.
Unless it has an activation code.
What? Who would? Why would anyone make the activation code "animate suit of armor"? That makes no sense. That's like having it go after people who are. You know what? Never mind. Let's just deal with it.
So why would anyone make fake books?
Well, if we beat the shit out of it, then you can have it. That's the rules, right?
Only if it works for Dwarven, constitution.
We'll at least keep parts of it. Maybe you can keep those bitch-ass shoulder pads.
And we could at least make some chest piece out of it.
I mean, to be fair, it is pretty rad-looking armor.
I'm slightly sad I didn't take Smith instead of Brewer as my tools. Then I could maybe have at least changed it into a shape.
It's Scatha, and then it's Dax. Korgra. What? Korgra, Dax. And then it's Hallie, Jenny, and then Suit. Alrighty. So, Korgra, there's an animated suit of armor. Totally not stereotypical of a haunted house.
Fair. Alright. She's gonna beat the shit out of it with her warhammer, because that's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, roll me to hit.
Nice. That's my plus 3. Okay. Smack it.
You barely just made that. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Yeah, they have
Plus 3.
high AC, I remember.
We've dealt with these recently.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Is it carrying a weapon of some kind?
No, it is not.
Oh, good. It's just a fisticuffs armor set. These people are not very good at these sort of security systems.
She's notably trying to aim for the head so she doesn't dent her potential new friend's potential new armor.
It's nice
Alrighty. Dax, it is your turn.
Excellent. Alright, well, we're level 1, so just gonna step right up front. He's gonna get around it, so if he can, to where he and Korgra are flanking it. And he's gonna pull out a long sword and go in for a stab.
Go in for the stab.
Alright, that is a +6, +2 with the flanking, so 20 plus 8. 13. Definitely not enough.
Nope. You go in for a stab and go through one of the holes of the animated suit of armor.
Great.
Pally,
Alright.
it's your turn.
Get it next time.
You keep calling me Pally.
Is it not Pally?
Lolly.
No, Lole is how you
Oh,
pronounce
it's
it.
Lolly. Gotcha.
It's spelled Lolly because I'm a fucking hilarious person.
You should meet my sister, Shota.
It's
No.
actually his wife.
Fuck!
It's actually his wife.
Fuck you, Raven.
Is that is dude?
Yeah, it
Shota?
sounds like Shata, though.
That's slightly less horrifying.
Again, I had a stupid idea and I ran with it. Anyways,
That's fair.
2, 1,
Alrighty.
So are all the dwarves in your reality named after horrible fetishes?
Nope, just the family. Oh, it's raining.
Do you have a child named Scat?
No. Their eldest child was named Thought.
Sad thing is, I've actually seen a name similar to that for dwarves before.
My name is Thoughtagar. Okay,
Goddamn.
I'm getting off track. Okay, so where is it? Spell. Okay, what? Okay, got it. I'm gonna try and cast Frostbite at it.
Oh,
Oh,
fantastic.
nope, I didn't do shit.
Oh no, it's susceptible to anti-magic. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, no. You throw frost at it, and it makes the armor just look better, more menacing,
It's like the
intimidating.
main thing is if I did hit it, even if it's not affected by the ice damage, it would have gotten disadvantage on attack roll, next attack,
Okay.
which is very handy. But
Yes,
no,
it
I
is.
didn't. I didn't hit it. So it's my turn. Oh yeah, I will also stipulate I am standing behind the melee people.
Yes. Jenny, it is your turn now.
I look at my crossbow. I look at the animate suit of armor. Fuck! Then I hide behind the dwarf. I mean, I can't do shit to it. The fucking piercing damage against fucking suit of armor.
Suppose that's fair.
I need someone to beat the shit out of this thing.
Alrighty, shoot it. Shoot her.
I mean, it's armor though. If the
Okay.
arrow hits the armor, it's gonna bounce off.
You get like
You can still roll. It's not immune to piercing damage, my man. You're good.
You sure about that?
Yes.
I have the block right here.
a Pathfinder where
Fucking
everything has,
D&D if it's nonsensical application of rules.
you stab a magical bitch, you stab at a magical bitch. That's just gonna happen.
Crossbows shoot with enough force to pierce through a lot of things.
Yeah, they were made to pierce through armor. Except for that one,
Yeah.
apparently.
It's another issue.
Green Sun, why?
Green Sun, you bitch.
Greenson agrees with me. This makes no sense.
The last three people have all been fucked by Green Sun. Jesus.
Alrighty. The arrow dings off the thing's leg, clattering to the ground. And it takes a step forward towards Korga, who hit her, and is going to try and do a slam attack. I need to roll 2d20s.
Did it actually like leave my realm to get an opportunity attack? Because we were flanking it, or did it literally just like not move space wise and just move towards her?
It just shifted its direction and reached out and slammed. It's not a very big balcony.
Figured. All right, cool.
So 13
Alright,
and a 9, then neither of those hit.
Hold on a second.
20.
Well,
Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Gotcha. Well, it has a +4 to attack, so the 9's the 13, and the 13's the 17.
Neither of them hit.
Fantastic! It tries to hit it and bounces off of you because it's not exactly a bright boy. Korga,
it's literally just punching you.
it's just punch.
Or could you say it's just like slapping you, just
I am going to karate chop you like the Terminator.
karate chop action. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Just really tepid motion.
Okay. Well, since it's right here,
Yeah, just go and stab the boy again.
I'm not going to stab it. I'm going to put my hand on its face and cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
Make a dexterity save, motherfucker. You failed.
How much damage does the boy take?
Hold on. 1d8. Doesn't get anything bonus from this? Nope. Okay. Only 3. Still, it was almost a guaranteed hit because it's a pseudo goddamn armor. I'm pretty sure it's not very spry.
They are not.
So
They are not nimble. No.
They are not
No.
Dexy.
it has a dex of 0. Plus 0, 11, but you know what I mean. Alrighty. So you briefly lighted a flame and it like stands there. 1 second.
What the fuck do you want?
It's the armor coming to get you, Gray.
X gonna give it to you.
Sorry, roommates were just checking in on the pillows. I bought myself new pillows today because I'm an adult.
Okay.
Well, good for you. Hey, is that
Hey,
it?
Ed. Yeah. It's Dex. It's your turn.
All right, I'm level 1. Paladins don't get their good shit until next level, so I'm just gonna hit him with my swad.
Gonna hit him with a sword. You pull out your sword, and you smack him. And this feels weird, because usually this does more.
Yeah. Wow, on that
Smack
one.
him. It's kind of like sticks in the bounces on the crevice of the armor and it just kind of looks at you, disappointed. It has no face, but it's just disappointed.
It's like, I hate this place.
All right, wizard boy, Lolly, it's your turn.
So irritated with this thing shrugging off his spell, Lole moves actually up towards it and swings his fucking quarterstaff at it.
All right.
He's casting Booming Blade, by the way.
Okay.
It's 1 d20 plus 7. Oh, 25.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
Roll for
Let me
damage.
check Booming Blade real quick. It does
It doesn't do any bonus damage right away. It does damage if it moves.
Oh, that's irritating. Okay.
It does get to where it does flat damage later. Hey, Booming Blade's great for crowd control.
Later on, but I don't think this boy's moving.
No, not right now. He'd have to get 3 opportunity attacks.
I haven't been
roll
adding my
minimum
plus
damage.
attacks correctly.
Anyways,
I mean,
I'll smack it with 6 damage.
yeah, you smack it with a stick and it actually stumbles backwards. Well, people like to take an opportunity of attack as it gets blown back by Booming Blade.
All right.
Sure, yeah, sure.
This is only the first of many encounters tonight, lads.
Yay. Aw, 1 shy of it. 1 shy.
Do I also get one?
Sure.
This is just attack, so it'd make sense if I didn't. Oh. Natural
That's 20.
Jesus shit.
Okay.
Like, the paladin and the cleric are, we got this, and the wizard just comes out, it's like, why? Whoa, you,
Well, to be
die.
completely fair, it's a dwarf. He knows exactly how that armor is made. He knows its exact weak points. You just start like fucking dismantling it.
To go to screwdriver instead of your mace.
You just tie a wrench to the end of it.
I get the second one. That's how crits work in this, right? You get an extra damage die.
Yeah, usually that's the vanilla rule. You roll your damage die again.
That's
Oh, wow.
Max
Yeah,
damage.
no. And a stunning display of power from the wizard. He blows it back and smacks it twice into the wall, and with that wonderful dwarven prowess of knowing armor better than any fucking sentient being has the goddamn right to, it crumbles.
Oh, fucking
And, hey, you can keep the armor if you want.
Is it actually usable?
You'll need to have somebody repair it at some point.
A kid
But you are in a
taking,
town.
regretting not taking smith tools. Anyways, yeah, I'll latch the armor to my back.
Alrighty.
He just wipes his
So,
hands. And that is that.
Nice hit.
Impressive.
Like I said, less mage, more hit things.
Well,
Oh, and-
remind me to let you take the front line spot next time.
Hey, it's not without me armor.
And Carter goes over to Jenny and kind of pats her shoulder and don't worry about it, Jenny.
I'm
Next-
sure we'll encounter things that bleed.
Next time, just like aim for joints.
Okay. I'll take that under advisement.
okay, so there is only a handful of rooms here, a couple of doors. One very big ornate set of doors, a smaller, more quainter one, and a couple of just small fairly plain doors.
Judging by the portrait, I don't think they'd keep the child behind the ornate door. Maybe we should check that one first.
That does make an awful sort of sense.
I need to go to that one's page next because you're going to find it soon, probably.
I mean, feel free to check the other rooms. It's a small enough. Is this room small enough to where we could open all the doors without getting too far apart from each other?
Probably, but given the fact that there was just an animated armor after nothing, do you really want to trust that?
No, I don't. Just making sure of the dimensions.
You could in theory, but there's not really a point. The big, fancy double doors open to a room with dusty panes of stained glass and a dome. The designs in the glass resemble windmills. This is the master bedroom, which is coated with a nice, thick layer of dust. Burgundy drapes covering the windows. Furnishings include a four-poster bed with embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of empty wardrobes, a vanity with a wood-frame mirror and jewelry box, and a padded chair. A rotting tiger skin rug lies on the floor in front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of Gustave and Elizabeth Durst hanging above it. A web-filled parlor in the southwest corner contains a table and two chairs. Resting on the dusty tablecloth is an empty porcelain bowl and matching jug. A door facing the foot of the bed has a full-length mirror mounted onto it. And then there's a door in the parlor.
Yeah, this. I wonder if they knew my parents. They clearly subscribe to the same interior decorating aesthetic.
Well,
Hey, Phoebe, would you do me a favor?
Oh boy, what do I need to do?
Could you message me the name of Dax's parents real quick?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
Christ.
great, now I have to come up with names for his parents. Damn it. Hold on, I actually do think I had them at some point.
You know what? No, you can just make something up. It's fine.
I'm going to make something up because that's a lot of deep digging I don't want to do. All right.
Alicia and Bo Burnham.
Hold on, just got to come up with the most upper crust, pretentious sounding names imaginable. Hold on.
Corgra is gonna go rummage around in the jewelry box because fuck these people, she's stealing their shit.
Ah, fantastic. I thought that was a message. Apologies. Let me see if it's messaged me. Or did you put it in the general?
There you go.
Thank you. So, there in the jewelry box, there's actually some stuff. Oh, also, the dumbwaiter goes to this room before I forget.
Yay! Dumb waiter.
The jewelry box on the vanity is made of silver and gold filigree. It contains 3 gold rings and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant.
Yeah, she's not gonna put any of that on. She's just going to close the box and put that in her pack. The entire thing. She gonna take that shit.
Fantastic.
If I'm stuck in this goddamn world, I'm gonna take something.
These people are in league with that dire vampire up there. I'm willing to bet they probably aren't on the up and up. I doubt.
Oh, yes. There's also a letter in the box, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I'll read this one.
Are you sure?
Yep. Okay, what'd they say?
It's a very short letter, and it says, let me look up the parents' name. Dear Elizabeth, thank you so much for sending us your interior decorator. You've done wonders on the place alone, and without your help, we wouldn't have been able to get through with some of our more private events. Yours sincerely, Ingridora Izamarcus.
Ah, gross. They had orgies in here.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
Just look at the letter. Just Motherfucker.
What is the dex?
I hate everything here.
Um, with that, you hear a small chuckle from the house.
From the house itself? Like the house
Yes.
is laughing at us?
Like you almost can swear the house is laughing at you. Or it's creaky pipes. Who knows?
Oh, it's everywhere, isn't it? Ah!
It just gets worse. Don't worry about it.
Well, that answers that horrible question I didn't actually want answered.
I told you this one's gonna be more comedic than the original telling.
Well,
There's
yeah, we're in it.
you're in it.
Hmm.
You try having a serious horror campaign, motherfucker. See what happens.
Serious horror campaigns are one of the hardest ones to keep going. At least from if you're doing it from the start. If the campaign turns into one partway through, sure, but
Well, he knows. He tried real hard.
I mean, to be fair, I was also the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had some
This
really
one-
good horrifying parts, though, so.
You can get a horrifying moment real easy. It's making the consistent tone that's hard.
When you turned one of those horrifying areas into, we need teenagers with attitude.
Alrighty.
Hyped that area up for like a good, half a year.
To be fair, it would have originally been like 5 sessions of a meat grinder ending with Teenagers with Attitude, but getting Conquered Worm to end was a struggle in of itself.
I understand. It's still funny to make fun of, though.
alrighty. So we're just gonna look around, definitely looking for the source of that laugh.
You find no source.
Yay.
Alrighty, do you go out of the room?
It's probably the essence from the crust on the bed laughing at us itself.
Yeah, it's wouldn't be shocked if they died there in those silken sheets.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything that dramatic.
Alright, so I'm just gonna look around, check other rooms.
Okay, so there are 2 very simple rooms, and there is one door that looks like it may have been another staff member's room.
I'm gonna check the staff member's room quickly, just to make sure there's no more surprises behind the
Oh
door.
boy! Oh boy!
There's a,
I've been waiting for this one.
there's a surprise behind this door, and I'm not gonna like it.
No, you're not. Alright. So you open the door to the nursemaid's suite. Dust and cobwebs shroud an elegantly appointed bedroom and an adjoining nursery. Double doors with sets of panes of stained glass pull open to reveal a balcony area overlooking the front of the house. The bedroom once belonged to the family's nursemaid, the master of the house. Well, that's spoiler information you don't know yet. It contains a large bed, 2 end tables, and an empty wardrobe. There's a full-length mirror mounted next to the wardrobe, with a frame carved to look like ivies and berries. And there's a closed door to the nursery. The thing that makes you the most nervous, Corgra, is the thin, almost skeletal-looking woman, kind of just standing there, staring into space. She's in a nursemaid's outfit. And roll me a perception check.
Okay. She's going to gesture behind her at the rest of her party, by the way, to say, hey, fucked up shit in here.
Oh, good. Oh,
The
finally.
crossbow is leveled and loaded.
Yeah, you don't like how you can see through her, Corgo.
Lovely.
As everyone looks in, because it's, of course, dramatic timing, you hear a small, choked whisper that I'm not going to be able to do right now because I've had a long day of work. Where she's like, he said he loved me. He said he would give me happiness. He gave me death and then took what was mine. It was mine. It was mine. It was mine. And she bursts out in a shriek and her head whips towards you.
Man, am I right?
Roll for initiative because she's not listening.
Fine. Well,
You were wanting Witcher vibes, correct?
oh boy. I was hoping we were going to have a less serious horror campaign. I rolled a 12.
Ooh, you all are rolling.
Better than most of us.
Suddenly, Green Sun's being a bitch.
Oh no, not yet.
Why are you being a bitch?
Being an asshole.
Green Sun, why?
Green Sun, why?
We trusted you.
You bastard.
We trusted you, and you failed us.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to speak, but fuck it.
God damn it.
Fuck it. It was creepier.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought that was
We got
really
a good
good.
one-liner as a result.
Was pretty good, yeah.
Man, am I right?
God damn it.
Cool. I've actually not used the stat block before.
I will be right back, by the way. Just 1 second.
Okay. Do we want to take a 10-minute break? Stand
Sounds
up.
like a good idea. Actually, I need to go
Yeah.
get a snack.
I just
Yeah.
need to stretch my legs real quick because they're falling asleep, so...
I will
1
be
second.
right. I shall return with imbibements.
I will go check on the roommates, see how they're doing.
Anyways.
And then the Spectre's gonna wreck your shit.
Yeah, probably. Do, 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 do. So, how are people tonight?
Alright.
That's good. About to get murdered by a ghost. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that ghost murder.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to stand up because my legs were going to die.
Yeah.
So
Did the cat leave?
Oh yeah, she left a while ago. It's just that sitting in this desk chair is uncomfortable,
Yeah.
no matter how I sit.
Yeah, a little surprised you didn't catch that was Lily's wife's name. I wasn't even pretending when I was reading Power's backstory.
I didn't catch it when you were saying it. Is the
Yeah,
problem?
it's Shata.
Fucking goddamn it, Raven.
It's Lole and Shata.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm. And the child, not the child, it's like their great grandchild, Thadagar. I swear to God, I rolled on a Dwarf Fortress random name table for some of these. Not his first name. Lole was always part of his character because I thought it was the funniest goddamn thing. Yeah, that's kind of why I was reading back through. I'm like, wow, Past Me was a bastard. Good job, Past Me. I'm almost impressed, you piece of shit.
Good job, Past Me. You're a bitch.
Exactly. Oh. Apparently, I forgot he has a massive claw scar across half of his face. Like, surviving a bear just beating the shit out of you.
You could.
Holy fuck, did I have like a lot of nonsense written here. Jesus Christ, Past Me.
You went all out for this guy.
Oh, and that's to tie it because his weapon randomly generated silence ball lobster. The thick mace knobs on the end of the staff are shaped like claws or
Yeah.
pincers.
The next
Alright. Neat.
Secret.
Okay, Past Me. You get a pass. That's stupid. Works.
All right. Vivi not back yet.
Not yet.
Cool. TT,
Yeah.
my dude.
Yeah.
I have another T-Rex part for you.
Maybe I'll take it.
I figured you would. You slut for Tyrannosaurus. Tyrannosaurian whore sounds like an insult I should use more often. Mental note that. So yeah. This was one of those monsters depending on if you found the basement or not sooner. You were gonna fight.
Monster time.
Do do do.
Okay, I return with sweet tea and nachos.
Ooh.
Fantastic. You're gonna be camping here for a bit. We're not even halfway yet.
Oh boy.
I'm kidding, we're actually almost about at the halfway point.
All right.
Alright, so combat begins with the ghost of the nursemaid.
The nurse's ghost.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. This is gonna be rough.
It's
I
totally
know.
cool.
It's nice knowing all of you, for how brief it was. Can we do an anime thing and level up mid-fight?
After this fight, I'll probably give you the level up if you want it.
Oh my god.
Level 1 to 2 is almost literally everything for a paladin, so I'm
Yeah.
literally just a weaker fighter at level 1.
Yeah, no. It's not fun. Krim, it's not fun.
No.
Stuck Mambo at that for ages. They tried very hard not to be annoyed with that.
Alrighty. So let's see. Corker, you opened the door, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna be the target.
X gonna give it to you.
Life gonna give it.
D20 plus. I should probably put the whole phrase in there, not just that. 1d20 plus 4. That's a 29. Does a 22 hit?
Yep. Yeah, it does.
Okay. You take 7 necrotic damage,
Oof. Oh,
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, hold on.
This one's nasty. I don't know how this is a CR1 monster.
It's Curse of Strahd. They find ways to find ones that are really deadly.
Also, it's not hard. A lot of CR1s are weird strong.
Cool, you make it good. You just take the 10. You just take the 7 necrotic damage.
Hmm.
As it starts to drain the life from you. Alrighty, then who was next on the initiative roll? Did I write that down?
It was me, I believe.
Yes, because it's Spectre, then Poldron, then the Rogue, then Loli.
I have a name. I have a name, damn it.
And then Gorgon.
Okay, so Dax will, seeing immediate danger and realizing, oh shit, I don't have access to my usual kit. Just kind of clap his hands together. And this thing is just completely translucent, or is
It's
it like an
It's opaque.
Gotcha. Knowing that Korgra has some magical ability herself, and knowing that, I mean, he's used Divine Sense, he can sense holy energy coming off of her. Figures the cleric or paladin thing for himself, so he's going to do what he does best. He's going to get right up in the front and going to try to flank again, if possible.
Sure.
24.
That hits.
All right, he will swing one-handed with the long sword. So that is...
You know, it has shit I see. It's just...
Very little hurt.
Yep. 8 plus... Alright, 11 damage.
Let's see. Is that a magical attack or a non-magical attack?
We're level 1. None of us have magical attack.
Cool. So that's only 5 damage.
Still a
good.
decent amount of damage, actually. If I remember correctly, they don't have a ton of health because they rely off their gimmick.
Still visibly seeing that it did take damage from that, from a mundane sword strike. He'll just say to the others and say, you can hurt it, and then looks at Korga and says, you need help healing, I can help with that. And that's turn.
Okay.
Oh, I know. That's in character. Reality of the matter is it picked the worst possible thing to get within point blank range of.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so next up is where's my initiative group that I saved? TT.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm fairly certain that bless attacks can hurt the undead.
Yes, you are fair. You watched it actually recoil a little bit in surprise and shock that it got slashed by a sword. Like, it didn't know it could get hurt by swords. TT?
Hello?
TT, did your internet die again? God.
Because you're winning.
We lost TT.
We certainly win now. It don't matter speaking, yes.
His internet killed
I
him.
just want to wait for the reaction before I elaborate.
Bitch. Hmm.
Well,
Well.
Will, buddy, we can't hear you.
Jenny got sucked back to a simple quest.
No.
There we go. We're hearing sound now. TT?
Hello?
Hello.
I'm seeing a thing pop up.
He's just lighting up.
Please? Yeah. Hello?
Well, okay, I'm back.
Oh,
What the
jeez.
hell was
What the fuck?
Okay.
what's that?
How much did you guys hear before I cut out?
We heard the question about a blessed weapon hurting the undead, and that was it.
Okay, then let's try this again. 22 hit.
Yes.
All right. What is a crossbow? It's 1d8, right?
Yep.
Depends on the crossbow, but yeah.
You also get sneak attack because you have people beside it.
Yeah, we're within 5 feet of it, so yeah. Although, sneak attack is
Was it?
what level? Sneak attack does start at level 1, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what
From
I
your
thought.
tank
Oh,
is
shit. That's pretty good, Will. Not gonna lie.
So
Jenny took Corgra's advice to heart.
Shoot it in the joints.
How does that work? How does it go? It's fucking working, though.
So how is it a holy weapon again?
It's not.
Oh.
it does make holes in people.
I'm saying that if anyone has the ability to, cure
Radiant.
serious wounds, try it on the ghost.
Alrighty. Your arrow does seem to pierce it for a second, and it screams and shimmers, and the arrow falls to the ground. There's still the hole where the arrow was. So next up would be, I believe, Raven. Your turn.
Alright. I have a lot of AoE abilities and you're right next to it. So I'm not going to use those. I can, however, cast lovely catapults because I'm utterly sure frost damage ain't going to do shit to it. So, 1,
I'm gonna take a look.
no, don't tell me, obviously. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Sweet. So that motherfucker is getting 3d8 blunt damage. Magic, obviously. I assume it's...
You're hitting it with magic damage?
Yeah, catapult.
Oh.
I have 18 As he literally just he flicks his hand into the air, summons a large boulder, then just golf ball swings his staff at it to send it at the ghost.
You golf ball swing and it hits the ghost, and you watch as the ghost suddenly and violently gets rocketed out the room, shattering through the glass doors into the fog outside.
You are rapidly claiming the MVP spot of this session.
What the fuck? I'm a kill stealing bitch. I've never been able to play a kill stealing bitch. This is fun.
You're hitting it with magic damage. Okay. Okay!
Okay.
It also helps that catapult does just a fuck ton of damage. Like, I'm assuming it's magical because it's a fucking spell, but
It's fine. Korgra was pissed. Next turn she wasn't going to... Her turn she wasn't going to heal herself. She was going to cast Guiding Bolt.
bro, Guiding Bolt's really damn good.
Okay.
You nerds and your spells that I don't have yet and I'm not jealous of.
That's rolled really, really high on the damage. Shit.
Okay. Does that mean combat's over, or is she coming back?
Combat's over. Ghost got yeeted. Yeet
Goddamn
out of this
window.
house.
You can't be bound to the property if you evict them from the property. She's got nowhere to be tied down to now. She's a drifter, a lost soul.
Get the fuck out here.
That won't bite you in the ass later.
Oh, Lord. Thus we get level dose.
Yeah, what if it turns out the spectral nanny was the only thing that could keep the evil baby in check?
Fuck.
Okay, so there is a door to a nursery, and there is a mirror. Do you go into the
Okay.
nursery or do you check out the mirror? Because the mirror is oddly not dusty.
Check out the mirror, I guess.
Cool. It's mounted on the wall next to the wardrobe. Full-length mirror with ornate frame carved with look like ivy and berries. You'd have to roll me a perception check to see if you can find something else.
Lovely. Alright. I may as well. D3 plus 1. Oh, 12.
You don't find any secret doors. However, you notice that some of the berries are, in fact, eyeballs.
Take a step back from the mirror then.
Anyone else want to check out the mirror?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, why
Why
not?
I'm not getting evil ashed.
We'll
No,
point out
thank
we'll point out the eyeball grapes though.
E20 plus 3, 11. I would see nothing new.
Nope. Which would be a shame if Jenny checked out the evil door. I can promise you, you will not be evil ashed. That's not in this part of the dungeon.
Alright.
That's like more in Strahd's castle.
That's more of just finding random treasure along the road.
Okay. We're sure here.
But that does give me an idea for later.
Oh no.
Perception.
Oh shit! That's a 20.
Soft one, yeah.
You press a couple of berries in the top eyeball, and the mirror slides to the right, being a doorway. So now there's a doorway going up, and the nursery door. Now, if you're looking for the baby, it's probably in the nursery, not the attic.
Before we go anywhere, Gray, did we level up after that?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Almost.
Okay.
Almost. You're almost there. I'm dang
Sorry
it,
we're
just in
bullshitting about
front of
this,
you.
but you know.
I'm at 3 hit points.
And boop, now you're at 8.
No, I mean, I can use cure wounds on myself. I'm just wondering if I could use
You're
my...
going to have the chance for a short rest and to level up.
But
Enemy.
first, you need to fight these 6 ghouls.
No, those are later on. There's a couple of things left before I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay. If I need to, I will heal myself. You don't have to worry about it.
Cool.
Alright, so, open the nursery door, I guess.
Alright. You open the nursery. Where is there? The nursery contains a crib covered with a hanging black shroud. It is otherwise uncharacteristically empty.
Alright then.
Right.
Once more divine sense.
You get nothing.
It's clear. Let's check upstairs.
Alright, upstairs we go. Let's see what spooky ghosts are in the spooky attic.
So yes, if you had checked the bundle, you would have found nothing. It is just a bundle in the cradle.
We trust the paladin. He says there's nothing. We're gonna go, okay.
Alrighty, you go up the stairs into the attic hall. This place is absolutely choking with dust and cobwebs.
Dax just channels Mage Hand and just waves it in front of his face to move dust away.
As you channel your Mage Hand, instead of the usual generic hand similar to yours, a large skeletal hand instead comes out and brushes the dust away.
That's the exact opposite of helpful. The dust just goes through the cracks in the bones.
Wondered about this Lily summons his own mage hand to see if it's a change.
It is also a skeletal hand, wiggling its fingers in the night.
Everything about this place pisses me off.
Burn it to the ground.
We'll get there, Jenny.
Once we get that baby.
Alrighty, so there are 4 rooms. One of them is padlocked.
Save that one for the last bit.
Yep, let's check the other 3 and go to that one last.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't find anything up here, we go to the basement the kids mentioned that I haven't forgotten about.
Fantastic. So you go to the first spare room. It's a spare bedroom. This dust-choked room contains a slender bed, a nightstand, a small iron stove, a writing desk with stool, an empty wardrobe, and a rocking chair. A smiling doll in a lacy yellow dress sits in the northern window box, cobwebs draping it like a wedding veil.
I'm not going in here. Slams the door and steps back out, checks the next room.
Nope. I dub the room of nope.
The next room you open is a storage room. This dusty chamber is packed with old furniture, chairs, coat racks, standing mirrors, dress mannequins, and the like, all draped in dusty white sheets. Near an iron stove underneath one of the sheets is an unlocked wooden trunk.
Mage hand that shit from here. Open it from here.
I was just about to say, go, little bony hand that I hate.
The bony hand first appears, gives the middle bird, and goes and opens the chest.
Oh god, I'm becoming self-aware.
And I just feel like this is more of Dax's just general feelings to the room. Fuck this shit, fuck this shit, fuck
This shit.
Oh, he's rapidly moving towards the notion of just burning the place down, like Jenny said.
We're all on board with the pyromaniac.
I mean, it's just the right thing to do once we get that baby out of here.
It's the only way to be sure. Alright, he will use Mage Hand and just pry open the trunk, and then he can't see, but just have it fiddle around to see if there's anything it can pick up.
So it opens up without a hesitation. And it goes in and, well, Dax, you're an experienced paladin. You know what a body feels like.
Of course. Body in the trunk. And he'll just step into the room with his weapon out. Go take a look.
You take a look
Loading the
into,
crossbow.
you take a look in the trunk. And there's a skeletal figure inside. In a very tattered, almost familiar dress from the nursemaid downstairs.
Hmm.
Wow. At least they did something original. They didn't hide the body in the basement.
You can roll a medicine check to see how she died.
Oh boy, I have nothing in that.
I do. I can roll it.
I still wish to. I am there at the forefront. Let me see.
Got better.
23.
Just
There we go. Here we go. 22.
Okay,
Wow.
never
Shit.
mind. Go for it, Dex.
yeah, those are stab wounds. Multiple stab wounds.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I'm letting this place stay standing. That's a lot of stabs.
Can
Yes,
Korgra consecrate the remains?
Sure.
Oh, sweet.
That's a good idea, yes.
She presents her holy symbol and does a quick prayer. She doesn't know if her god is going to do anything, but she prays over the body and presses the holy symbol to the corpse's forehead.
Dax will also pull his own holy symbol out just to make sure. Double dip.
Double dip, which is good because you can only faintly feel your god here in this strange, misty realm. But you buzz and consecrate, and that nagging fear of, is the specter going to return, kind of dissipates.
Sweet.
Kind of understand why she was lingering. Murder victim.
Yes, and I've been in more than my fair share of fights. I know that killing someone by stabbing, you can either be very quick or excessively long. Did the number of wounds kind of imply that that this was attempted to be a quick kill, or were they taking their time?
That's some real Julius Caesar shit they're pulling here.
Who the fuck be Julius Caesar?
Were they taking their time? Great. You got
I don't have a written description in this part.
That is up to you in that regard, then. Just basically just trying to gather whether or not this was attempted to be a quick kill, or judging by the number of cuts, if they took their time doing it. But judging by the number of cuts, Dax would assume they took their time.
Earlier on it said you could tell that, between the letter and everything, that the cult is probably,
Yeah.
they probably did their thing.
Ritualistic killing.
That's even worse than
Alrighty.
normal murder.
There's 2 more rooms in this house, part of the floor. There's an unlocked room and a padlocked door. Which one do you go to?
Let's check the unlocked one first. Then we'll break it on this one.
I mean, Korga does have a key.
I do.
Yes, just let me have this.
Just check one more room. I'm tempted to just break the padlock even if I have this goddamn key.
So you go into the other one, and it's like the previous bedroom without the creepy doll and cobwebs. Which is nice.
Slightly better. Slightly. And nothing of note in there. No perception checks or anything.
No, it's just a room.
Cool. Alright, to the lock.
Alright. So Korgra will try her tea.
The key works.
Goody.
Do you open the door?
Cautiously and from the side.
Cool. The door opens up with the creak of an on-oil door does, with a loud, echoing cry as it shows what remains inside. The room contains a bricked-up window flanked by two dusty wood-frame beds sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on its side, and a dollhouse that's a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons, wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the two cradles is a stuffed doll that you recognize.
Consecrated remains.
Yep.
As you step in to consecrate the remains. These are obviously Rose and Thorn. However, your magic, when you did your sensing before, you were correct in the fact that what was outside was not, in fact, undead.
Fantastic.
However, you approach the remains. They don't seem to really react. Does anyone else investigate anything else, perhaps?
Well, Dax will look around the room, yeah. See if
There's
there's
a
anything.
dollhouse in the chest.
There's what?
There's a dollhouse and a chest in particular, alongside the beds and the remains.
Checking both.
Cool. Which one do you approach first?
I'm gonna roll dice for that, actually. D20, just make it a heads or tails.
Okay.
D4, if it's 1 or 2.
You can roll 1d2.
That's
Yeah.
true.
One's
Yeah,
head, two's
Technically,
tails.
I keep forgetting it's not bound by the rules of reality. It's literally a coin. Okay, 1 chest, 2 dollhouse. Dollhouse it is.
Fantastic. As you approach I'm assuming you all come into the room now, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. As Dax approaches the dollhouse and you reach a hand out to touch it, a familiar voice echoes out. Please don't touch that.
Is it the kids' voices or something different?
It's the little girl's voice.
I have questions about how I wasn't able to sense the two of you earlier, being spectral, but
It is complicated, and you turn to everyone in the room. You see them kind of appear over their skeletons. The things you saw outside were not us, technically. It was the house.
predatory home. Makes sense. Well, sorry you met the fate you did. Your parents were hit a little too close to home for me for my own good.
I am sorry. Did they also lock you in the attic until you nearly died? We did, but
Not in our attic. They did send me off to well, they called it Paladin Camp, but it was actually more along the lines of prison, because, you know, being born to two human parents with horns is not something people usually are happy about.
Fucked up.
I don't know what that word means, but yes.
Well, that's a very good word for you to learn.
I don't think I can do much learning anymore, ma'am.
Well, is there anything you would want from us for this? Anything we can do? Or do we just burn down this place and leave?
There are things you can do. I don't know if they'll help. We're not sure. We were locked in this attic in the first place because of what our parents said of monsters in the basement.
We haven't checked the basement yet.
Have you found how to get to the basement?
There's not stairs?
You haven't actually seen anything indicating there's a basement thus far. And it is actually Thorn who will approach the toy house, waddling his little tiny baby ghost feet. And he'll open up the dollhouse, and Rose will kind of scuttle over, like a kid does. Smack him and point, and they open up the dollhouse, and they point into one of the rooms you've already been in, and go, "There's a secret door here to go down."
Well, then.
Down we go, then.
I'd rather take care of every unturned stone in this place before we burn it down, just in case something comes out. I don't like this place at all.
It's all we know.
There are much better places than this, and I'm sorry you never got to see them.
It's okay. We'll
You're
eventually.
really chill about being...
We've been dead for, and Rose stops, a while.
I can only count to 10.
I can only count to 10.
Oh.
How many 10s?
At least 10.
That
So
checks out.
100 years?
What's 100?
It's 10 10s.
Oh. That's a lot of 10s.
Yes, all 10 of them. But anyway, we'll see what we can do about putting you and actually letting you go to a better place. If there is one here.
Both Korga and Dax roll religion. Oh boy. I mean,
I didn't train myself in religion because fuck that.
Neither did I.
Needs a cleric with religion.
Who needs it? It's not like it's part of the job or anything. 22. Wow.
Korga has no idea how the fuck to put these kids to rest. Dax, you've been around the block.
To be fair, she is kind of bleeding out at the moment.
Yes.
I keep offering to heal you.
It's fine.
You can rest here if you would like to take a breather. We would like to have somebody to play with. Say.
No. Not when you phrase it that way, no.
We just want somebody to play with, that's all.
No, 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 no.
You guys can go if you wish. I owe them that much.
You know the only way that probably is to see if they have a catacomb beneath the house, because this is one of those old rich houses.
Oh, no, he knows exactly what kind of place this is.
Jenny, do you try to leave?
Mm-hmm. I mean, not without the group, but I am backing away to that door. Little ghost kid says we want to play with you. No, thank you.
Let us show you to the red room.
Excuse me, the murder more.
Let me show you to the murder parlor. Next, we'll show you to the kitchen of carnage.
So, you start to back off a little bit because you're very genuinely upset.
That's the den of dismemberment.
Unfortunately, Little Thorn notices you trying to leave. And is like, "You can't leave us!" And then jumps into you.
Ah, oh God, no!
Welcome to the world of possession.
I'm pretty sure I gotta make a will save or something.
Not actually. Since the little ghost has possessed you, you actually get to retain control of your character, but you get a nice new flaw because there's a new voice talking in your head. I'm scared of everything, including my own shadow, and weep with despair when things don't go my way. So, now, Ghost has vanished to everybody but you, Jenny. And he's in your head like, please don't leave. It's so scary out there.
You need to get out of my body right now.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay, we'll see if that. Do not like the
Don't
bonus
leave
that I
me.
got for that one.
Please don't leave me. I've been here for so long. Oh, hey.
Get the fuck out of me, kid.
No. Hey, no. No.
Shadow Mom energy.
You actually beat it. He's like, oh, okay, miss. I'm sorry. I was just scared. And like you see, little 7-year-old Thorn kind of like floats out dejected out of Jenny.
In general, kid, you don't want to occupy someone's body without their permission. Or honestly at all, really. We can talk to you just fine as you are.
Can they? Hold on a second. I need to see if they can actually leave the room. Oh, they can. They just can't leave the house. Okay.
Mind showing us down to the basement then?
What if I don't want to? Goes Rose. I like being in charge. I'm the one in charge here, not you. I only know where this is, not you.
When would you mind showing it to me?
Okay. And then she jumps into you because she's 11 years old and has no sense of,
I hope you like the smell of brimstone.
It tastes like the furnace.
This isn't the first time. But I'm going to kindly say that when we're done with all of this, you will leave. I can do incredibly terrible things.
Are you rolling an intimidation check to guarantee this?
I feel like he's just explaining things.
Oh no, this is just extremely matter of fact. He's basically saying, look, one of my great-great-granddads was basically the devil, so you need to kind of understand that if you're going to be sitting in here.
You
Okay.
can't sit in the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
So, a character possessed by Rose gains the following flaw. I like being in charge and get angry when other people tell me what to do.
I mean, that's me
You can
already.
you can tell she's already miffed. But yeah.
Like, oh, it's basically me already. It's just I don't show my anger outwardly. I channel it inwardly until it explodes outward. Literally.
I didn't get to live long enough to do that.
Well, I have a lot to teach you in our few hours together. A fair warning, I already can tell that you are very used to your way in your little world that you control.
It's not much, but it's mine.
Yes, well, I'm not. Never make that mistake.
I wouldn't. It's not right to properly take over somebody. We've been here for a while.
I understand. I'm willing to provide the company for that.
No excuse for bad touching people.
Now,
Little 7-year-old goes tries to shuffle towards Dax because he knows it's also got his sister and he's scared.
do you want to come in too?
I can't be in the body with my sister. I have to be in a different body. Different.
That somewhat makes sense. Whatever, come on.
We can't have too many people in head. Otherwise, we both go away. Weren't that last time?
Understood. All right, come on. Let's take care of this.
If you wish to take a short rest to regain spell slots and level up, this would be the opportunity.
I'm
Please.
gonna take it.
Hooray!
I will ask, does anybody in their short rest actually play with the kids?
Dax will.
Play well.
Yeah, I'll play with them.
Cool.
Jenny will be nice to them, but almost as if her player does this as a day job. She's gonna keep her distance. Also, one of them tried to possess her, and she's a little freaked out by that.
It's fair.
So, fun fact about them, these are the only, as far as I know, lawful good ghosts made by Dungeons & Dragons.
Well, that's just fucking. That's inaccuracy right there. No child is lawful.
I mean, you're right.
No
Alright,
child is lawful.
Little chaos monsters until at least 14.
and then they're just ego monsters. Alright, so are we taking max health for this?
Max health, yeah.
Yeah.
First
Only
couple
it's only going to get worse from here, lads.
Yay. Alright, so that means I get... Oh, now I get to
28.
get some of his spells back. Hold on.
I have 20 HP now.
I have 28.
In your
Alright.
short rest, Jenny, Thornbolt's gonna come up to you. He's like, "I'm sorry for possessing your head, Miss Jenny. I was scared."
Okay, well, never do that without asking. And also, don't lisp to be cuter.
What's a wisp?
You know
What?
what you're doing.
I, the GM, know what I'm doing, but I've been trying to portray Thornholt this entire way.
Hey, I'm just making a Discworld reference.
I know what you're doing. I don't.
Know what you're doing.
You want to play with my doll? And he picks up the actual physical doll from the floor. Would you like to play with my doll? Would that make you feel better, Miss Jenny?
Okay. Playing with a child ghost.
Not what you thought was going to happen this campaign, did you?
Jeez, I have to pick 6 spells, damn it. Alright. I'm not happy anymore.
Don't you have a pre-prepared spell list?
Yeah.
What version of the
On his
character you
on his level 20 sheet.
just- Go to his level 20 sheet. Pick ones for your level. You're fine.
It's taking a minute.
Okay, seriously, stop doing the list. I will fire back in kind if you keep it up.
All of a sudden, Jenny starts lisping and things get weird.
Hello.
Whoa.
I think. I should probably stop getting AoE spells.
Be smart.
Yeah, I have like 3 AoE spells already.
So, as a heads up, are we wanting to continue on tonight, or is this a good stopping
This
point?
is our stopping point for me.
This is a pretty good stopping point because I'm gonna have to go pick up Nora pretty soon anyway.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Thank you for starting your first journey into the Curse of Strahd.
It was fun. This is a weird
Yes,
group,
it
but it was fun.
Very odd chemistry out of the gate.
Hey, Jay's not getting microaggression. It's fine.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice.
She's just now experiencing micro possessions.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
Wow.
I am calling race dance the minute we leave this fucking house. Sending those fuckers to a ghost trap.
Damn.
There is a way to actually put their spirits at rest so they cannot continue in the cycle.
that would be nice.
So you don't have to worry about it.
You know, let's send those little fuckers to heaven.
And maybe you won't die to the things in the basement.
Yeah, maybe.
I want Witch Bolt, because that's a decent single target spell.
So I'm gonna stop recording. Everybody say goodnight. Bitches.
Good.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you
Good
for
night.
joining us on our beginning of the journey of the Curse of Strahd. Unfortunately, Strahd's still trying to figure out who gave what's the witch's name?
That bitch.
No. There's an actual name.
That bitch.
It's not that bitch. Where did you go? Ah, yes, Baba Lysaga. Whoever gave
Right.
us good dank shit.
Seriously?
Baba Lysaga is the name of
Oh.
the bitch. What? She's cousins to Baba Yaga. They're family. It happens.
Fucking lazy ass parents. I mean, they're lazy ass kids.
Baba Lysaga.